Hey everyone, I wanted to do something to pay tribute to Kevin Conroy, who passed away very recently, and he was, to many people, the best Batman and the only Batman. And I thought to myself, I don't know, man, it just hasn't really sunk in, to be honest. It takes a while with some people. I remember when Chris Cornell passed away from Soundgarden. That still hasn't hit me, to be honest. I just still can't really believe. I've had too many in a row because I grew up in the 90s, watching the Batman animated series and listening to a lot of the Seattle grunge music, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, lots of other, the list goes on. But yeah, some of them hit hard and just take a while to sink in. But I have this figure by Hot Toys. It's from the Arkham City game, and I repainted him, and he's got a custom cape. It's an incredible piece, and I'm so glad to have this here as my representation of the Batman, Kevin Conroy. And this video just wants to, I just want to show him some love, and just let you all know that I was a big fan, and the Arkham games are incredible. Arkham Asylum was a hell of a game, man. I remember the build up to that coming out. So excited. And there was a demo, I think. So what was I on? 360 at the time? Xbox 360, I think. Yeah, and I think there was a demo. And it just just chunky and satisfying and chunky. But you know what I mean, like, it was just a good, solid game, man. The combat at the time was really fresh and exciting, and Batman was big and chunky, and had the voice of Kevin Conroy, and it's just awesome. And then Arkham City came out, and that's what made me such a big Catwoman fan, because that version of Catwoman in Arkham City is just my favorite of all time now. And yeah, just absolutely adore both those games. I mean, I played Arkham Asylum all the time. I 100%ed it, like I had all the achievements, which I very rarely ever did. But it wasn't a chore. It was just so much fun. And then Arkham City with just the smaller map, than Arkham Knight anyway. But so densely packed with detail. That city in Arkham City was incredible. Anywhere you landed when you were gliding on your cape, you just land somewhere and then just look around at the crevices, the alleyways, and the dirt and the rats and the everything, just the graffiti and the ripped up posters and trash everywhere, and the weather and the wind and the sound effects, and yeah, man, just incredible stuff. Arkham Knight, I love it, but not my favorite. It's my favorite city. My favorite graphics, obviously, is just incredible. The rain pouring down, yeah, just thinking about stuff, man. Just little details like that little flap of the cape in the wind as you're gliding in Arkham Knight. And it was probably in... I have to go back and play the remastered versions again. I do have the remastered versions of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City on my Xbox, but not on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and that's what I use all the time now. I barely touch my Xbox ever. So I might have to re-get again, which I don't mind doing, because I'll quite happily support the Arkham games, and hopefully one day we'll get another one. I really was never interested in the Gotham Knights game. It wasn't my cup of tea at all. Never been a fan of Robin or Nightwing or any of those other folks. For me, I like sometimes in like the animated series when Robin was around, because there'd be someone for Batman to talk to, because otherwise he's just quiet all the time. So I did enjoy that part of it when Robin was around or someone was around. Because with Robin you get the kind of like the mentor kind of talks, rather than when he's with Catwoman you get the back and forth between them, and obviously different people, you can have different conversations. But with Robin, there was more of a teacher in Bruce. But I'll move him around a little bit. It's just a beautiful piece. I've got a real metal Batarang here from Shadow Fergo on Instagram. It's actually metal, and it folds as well. It's a beautiful addition to the heavily customized piece. Got weathering on him as well. Some dirt and grime. But yes, very sad to have lost Kevin Conroy. I was standing in the kitchen and I was tidying up after having some dinner, and I looked at the phone, and there it was. And I just said out loud, you know, I said some swear words. It was hard, man. It was a rough one. There's certain people you don't want to jinx it, but you know, from my childhood, and even, you know, obviously they're still around now, like the big ones, you know, like Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and people like that. It's like I dread those days coming. Obviously it's going to come for us all. Don't mean to get grim or dark and depressing, but it's a Batman video, so I've folded the Batarang up a little bit now. It's really cool that you can do that. But he has left behind an incredible legacy. Kevin Conroy has. It's going to stand, well and truly stand the test of time, and forever live on and inspire people and be passed on to generation, you know. So, very sad, but he lived a really good life and made so many people happy, inspired so many artists and whoever, you know. Inspiration comes in many levels, many forms, many places, and he was certainly a strong source of inspiration. Maybe even, you know, to me on some subconscious level. I mean, I remember every Saturday watching those animated Batman, don't even want to call them cartoons really, I know they are, but they were for adults too. And I've rewatched them a couple of years back. There's the box set. It's literally I'm gonna have to rewatch these again now. Oh, dust. It's been down there in the area of no sense, or there's just no rhyme or reason to it. It's madness. It's a mess. But essential stuff this, folks. If you haven't got yourself a nice little, are these DVD or Blu-ray? That doesn't really matter, I guess. I suppose these would look even better on Blu-ray though, wouldn't they? I'm not sure. I think it's DVD. Yeah, either way, they're getting watched again soon. Mark Hamill is the Joker. Absolutely awesome stuff. But yeah, folks, just wanted to show some love and let you all know that it hit me hard, just like it did for so many of you out there. I'm going to miss Kevin Conroy, so R.I.P. to the Batman. Very sad. Hang in there, folks. And just, yeah, remember his amazing legacy. Enjoy Mask of the Phantasm and the animated series and the Arkham games and countless other things that he took part in. I know a lot of you got to meet him at events and stuff, seen some amazing pictures, and he seemed like a really, really genuinely cool dude. So, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.